So let's explore other options. Remember, at the turning point, we know the gradient is 0. So this is something that you should note down. At the turning point of a parabola, the gradient is 0 at that point. So I'll just repeat this for the last time. At a turning point of a parabola, the gradient at that point is 0. So therefore, if you first derive the equation of that parabola, you get the formula for the gradient at the turning point. So the first derivative of this graph, it becomes the formula for the gradient at the turning point. So that means if we derive f of x, we get the equation of the gradient of that graph at the turning point, where we know that the gradient is 0. So here, what you can do is to derive this equation. So you know when you derive, the power multiplies your a and you minus your power by 1. So that's why it's 2x, it's 2 minus 1, it becomes 1. So there you've got your x as 1, it's 1 multiplied by 2, it becomes minus 2, 1 minus 1, it becomes 0. You know, x to the power 0, it becomes 1. So that 1 multiplied by 2, it becomes 2. So that's why you have minus 2. So when you derive a constant, it falls away. So that's how you end up having this formula, which is the derivative of x is equals to 2x minus 1. So this formula is the formula of the gradient of this graph at any point. So we know at the turning point, the gradient is 0. That's why we equate this formula to 0, because we know at that point, the gradient is 0. So that means if we equate this equation to 0 and we solve for x, that's how we find the x value at the turning point of that graph. So that means the x value is equals to 1. So remember guys, at this stage, we assume that you already know the principles of maths. So we don't go deep into explaining how we got that 1, because we already assume that when you're in matric, you know how to solve for x. You move it to the other side of the equal sign, it changes the sign, and you just divide by 2 deliberately so that it cancels out, and your final answer becomes 2 over 2, which is 1. So that means if you take this one and substitute into this formula, you get the corresponding y value at where x is equals to 1. So you substitute it there, your final answer it's minus 4. So it confirms that your first step was also correct in getting a final answer where your negative 4 is the y value at the turning point of this graph. You therefore make your final comment to say your y is greater or equals to 4. So that means is the range of this graph. So from negative 4 going up to infinity is the range of this graph.